let this be.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Yo, I would thank everyone for tuning in. We got the big game coming on tomorrow. Against the UCLA Bruins women's basketball team going down tomorrow. And a lot to discuss today, a lot to break down as we get ready for that game. And it's just an amazing game so early in the season. This is the 6th game for us. This is the 5th game for them. This is how women's college basketball is supposed to be done. Competition. Give us competition. It makes us want it even more. Today, you got Notre Dame and Southern Cal playing. Just give us some competition. Well, you don't get anything out of 40, 50-point blowouts. We want to see some real basketball. See some real good basketball today. So, follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcasts, follow me on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. It doesn't matter. Just follow your man, Captain Will. What does UCLA bring to the table in this huge matchup with the three-time national champions? UCLA's played 4 games, like I mentioned before. They're 4-0. They are currently ranked 6th in that ranking. They're 5th in the AP poll. UCLA, as the rankings say, they are a really good basketball team. Their strength of schedule so far through 4 basketball games is 57. They played one team in what we call the quadrant 1. The quadrant 1 means any team that is in the top echelon of basketball teams. Okay, and they are 1-0. They beat Louisville by 7. That is their big victory, so to speak, so far this season. This is a team that is projected to go to, some got to go into the Final Four, some got to go into the Elite 8. Regardless of the fact, UCLA is really, really good. They in terms of the way they play, I guess an indicator, because you only play one, quote unquote, decent team or good team. Like I said, they won by 7, but they shot 41% for the field. Louisville shot 35% from the field. Louisville actually out-rebounded them, even despite the size that a UCLA has. UCLA had 4 more turnovers. They just got outworked. They won the basketball game. But there's some mythology that's going on right now that South Carolina is, I've heard somebody, Carolina will lose by 10, 12, 15 points. What in the world? What in the world? We'll talk more about that. And all that crazy dumbassity that we're talking about right there. In terms of offensive stats for UCLA, offensively, the offensive rating is 17th in the country, at 115.9. They are is led by Lauren Betts. Let's begin with the 6'7" giant phenom that UCLA deploys. They have a huge front court, 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", and they bring in a 6'4". They are huge. We are a huge basketball team, but they are huger. If that is a word, they are huger. Their field goal percentage is 24th in the country at 48%. A lot of these easy baskets they get because of Lauren Betts, because of their size. Lauren Betts is shooting at 72% from the field. Okay? 72% for the field. She's a focal point in the offense. She's averaging over 20 points and over 10 rebounds per basketball game. limit her touches. We have to make it uncomfortable for Lauren Betts to score the basketball. 2-point percentage, the 13th in the country at 57%. It's very similar to how, although they're not as efficient as Carolina was last season, because Carolina was number 1 in offensive efficiency, but a good portion of their points are going to come into the post. Although they have a couple of guards who can shoot very well, it will be determined by UCLA what they do in the post. 123rd at shooting the 3 ball, 33%. They commit. How can I say this? I'm not going to say they're turnover prone because they're not turnover prone. They average about 16 turnovers per basketball game. Carolina averaged about 13 turnovers per basketball game. But their key components of this basketball team commit turnovers more than I guess you would like. Okay. Lauren Betts, who we just spoke about, averaged about 3 turnovers. Okay. Their point guard, who's a good player, Arina Salo averaged 4 turnovers per basketball game. She averaged about 8 assists, but she also averaged about 4 turnovers. So assist to turnover ratio 2-to-1. That could be potentially a problem for UCLA. Because if it's one thing that Carolina's going to do, Carolina's going to play some defense. Carolina's going to play some disruptive defense. Carolina's going to guard the ball well. Okay, defense travels. Defense traveled from Columbia, South Carolina over to LA. Did the offense travel? I hope so. But we know for sure that defense travels. And if she's committing 4 turnovers per basketball game against, one good team and the rest inferior teams, it could be a problem playing against the defense against South Carolina. This is by far the best team that UCLA has played this season. Is this the best team that Carolina has played this season? We will find out on tomorrow. We'll find out on tomorrow. But by the numbers, they are. They are. But we will see. The game got to be played. The game has to be played. Defensively, they're good. They're good. Despite the size that we talked about, 6'5", 6'7", 6'4", 6'4", 6'3", they're not an exceptional, shot blocking team. Carolina blocks more shots than UCLA. What tripped me out also was that Louisville out-rebounded UCLA. Louisville is not a great rebounding team. Did the Louisville out-hustle UCLA? How athletic are their bigs? Maybe that's the question. Maybe that's the key question that we got to talk about today. How athletic are their players in the post compared to our players in the post? If we talk about player for player in terms of athleticism, strictly athleticism, our post players are better. The most athletic, potentially the most athletic player on the court is Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins averages about 16 minutes per game right now. I expect her to play more than that tomorrow. She played about 20 minutes in this previous game against Clemson. She had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 block shots. I expect that to continue tomorrow against UCLA. I know that Joyce Edwards is more athletic. I believe that Sania Feagin is more athletic than their bigs. And in terms of aggressiveness, it's nobody on the court more aggressive than Angry Chloe right now. Angry Chloe, and I like saying that because remind me of Mad Kiki, is going to be going hard at the paint. The way Chloe plays, because this is what's not being discussed or not enough. Angry Chloe draws fouls. If there's a scenario where Lauren Betts is in foul trouble in this basketball game, there's a high probability that Carolina's going to win. I believe there's going to be some cheap fouls that Lauren is going to get. And I say that because they're not a huge shot blocking team. So I don't think there's a matter of quote unquote guarding the rim, protecting the rim, like we see with the Ashlyn Watkins, like we see with the Camila Cardoza. I don't think that's the case, even though she's 6'7". She averaged, 29 minutes per game, 2 block shots per game. I think there's going to be some opportunities for us to finish around the rim and draw fouls. I think it's more so for our post players is controlled aggression, taking good shots. Dawn said we've been taking bad shots, so that's why our percentage is low. Could be true. And playing a team at UCLA where points are going to be a premium because they are good defensively, I think we got to take better shots. I think we got to come out to a better start. This can't be a situation where Carolina is down after the first quarter. This can't be a situation where UCLA gets off on a 9-0 run early in the first quarter, because the crowd's going to be lit. The crowd's going to be crazy in LA because they want to stop the streak. They want to stop the 43-game streak. They want to beat the three-time national champions, and it's playing in their place. So, like what was the movie Hunger Games? May the cards be in your favor, may the odds be in your favor, whatever it was. So they think, they believe, the fans are going into that basketball game tomorrow thinking that they're going to win that game. Carolina have to be on business tomorrow. Carolina has to get off to a good start. Not a great start. We got to get off to a good start. This is not a matter of jacking up three-pointers. If they're good three-pointers, by all means, shoot them things, especially if it's a pow. Shoot them things. Bree Hall, shoot them things, 40% and 44%. Did shoot them things. But we got to get quality shots. Work the ball around. Play our brand of basketball. Offensively. Defensively, not worried. Chloe, Feagin, Watkins, Joyce. And we go down to the bigs with Adhel, Sakima, however it is. Not concerned with this basketball team defensively whatsoever. And that's just the post. Our guards, we have a decided advantage with our guards over this basketball team. Now, it could be said that they have the advantage because the numbers speak to it, that they have the advantage in the post with Tamia Gardner, who is a wonderful basketball player. Right now, Tamia Gardner is averaging 25 minutes, 14 points, 5 rebounds, shooting 54% from the field and 55% from three. It's a limited amount. It's a limited amount. She's a 6'3" player who can ball. Lauren Betts, we already talked about her and what she's doing, averaging 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 29 minutes of play, 2 block shots. So the numbers speak to itself that they are more talented in the post because we have a conglomerate. We have a corporation that mans the post. They're going to play basically 3 post players. Those 2, and you have Janiah Parker coming off the bench. Janiah Parker be coming off the bench. And right now, she's averaging a double-double, 21 minutes, 11 points, 10 rebounds, playing good basketball, 2 steals. She's averaging 3 turnovers, though. 3 turnovers in 21 minutes. Active hands. Disruptive. Guarding. I think we're going to get some easy turnovers from their post players. I really do. I think that the propensity of this team in the post to get turnovers or get steals or deflections is going to happen in this game. We are more athletic. Woman for woman, we are more athletic than UCLA. Does that mean we're going to win this basketball game? I don't know. But what I will say is, if there's going to come down, this is going to be a game of hustle. This is going to be a game of second chances. I would go with Carolina. I mean, the hustler, the Dennis Rodman of this basketball team is Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards all over the court. all over the court, diving at loose balls, doing whatever's necessary to help her basketball team. They have a player who averaged 21 minutes, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Dukalik, I think that's the name. She starts as well. That's, when you start 6'4", 6'3", and 6'7", you are saying we're gonna play some old school basketball, and I am all for it. I'm all for the old school basketball. I'm all for, back in the day when it was Alonzo Mourning, the Dikembe Mutombo playing for Georgetown at the same time. I'm all for that. I'm with that, because I'm an old school cat. You know that I'm an old school dude. So the matchups to start this game, if they start that lineup, because you start 3 bigs against Carolina, against our 3 guards and 2 bigs, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Okay, what I don't want to do, I hope it doesn't happen, is we match up with them. They match up with us. So if it's a situation where you have 3 bigs in the basketball game, and you have Tina Bao, Tessa Johnson, MiLaysia Fulwiley on the court at the same time with a couple of bigs, and you can name whatever bigs you want on our team, somebody is going to have to guard a player like MiLaysia Fulwiley. Somebody's going to have to guard a player like Tessa Johnson. And you don't want a player like Barker trying to guard Fulwiley or Tessa Johnson. You don't want that. That's not what you want right there. That's not what you want. The quickness of this basketball team is unreal. It's unreal. UCLA is big. They are strong. They are huge. And it's going to be a challenge for South Carolina tomorrow. This ain't no pushover game. I think we favored by 3 points, 4 points the last time I heard. Some folks, and this is in some Carolina media outlets are predicting a 4 to 5 point loss to this basketball team. I think in order for Carolina to win, we have to be disruptive on offense, and it starts with the guards. We are talking too much about Raven Johnson not hitting shots at this point in time. What we need with Raven Johnson is the stellar defensive player that you are. In this basketball game, we need Raven Johnson to guard. We need her to guard Jaquez. We need her to guard Marcelo. We need her to be disruptive. And that continues on with Powell being disruptive on defense. Powell got close to 100 people going to be out there tomorrow because it's back in her home state, back in her country, back in what she does best. I expect a really good game from Powell on tomorrow. But it starts defensively on this basketball team, and that starts with the guards. Powell, Raven, Bree. Bree has been playing really good defense this year. Really good defense. And then coming off the bench, MiLaysia playing great defense. And hopefully we see some Maddy tomorrow, who's averaging about 16 minutes per game as well, who's playing some stellar defense. Good luck trying to catch up with her. Kiki Rice is back for UCLA. She's been there forever. Been in college forever. Last game, she played about 11 minutes. She didn't score. She was 0 for 4 from the field. Not sure where she is health-wise. This is not the type game, and unless she's healthy, to get a lot of Kiki Rice, because she might get abused tomorrow. I'm just saying. If she's not fully healthy, it might be a problem. She's fully healthy. Let's go. Let's go. I want no excuses. Yeah, that's the first thing. Be disruptive. And the second thing is out-rebound UCLA. We have to out-rebound UCLA. We have to out-hustle UCLA. We have to get more offensive rebounds in UCLA. And I believe we will. I believe we're going to win the rebounding battle versus them because of the reason I said before, we're more athletic at the post positions and the guard positions. I just believe that. I believe we're going to be quicker to the ball, And I believe, regardless of their size, I think we are a better rebounding team. I already mentioned that we got to get off to a better start. Another thing is Watkins got to stay out of trouble in terms of fouls. She has to stay out of foul trouble. She has to. This can't be the game that Watkins gets in early foul trouble, because we need her in this game. We need the most athletic player on the court in this basketball game. We need her to alter shots. We need her to block shots. We need her to play that stellar defense, which right now she has a defensive rating about 61.2. We need that in that game tomorrow. We need a double-double for Ashlyn Watkins. Watkins with a double-double tomorrow, and controlling the paint, controlling the area. Not saying that Watkins is going to stop Lauren Betts or Tamia Gardner or anyone. Not saying that. What I believe and what I say is Watkins need to guard whoever, because we switch a lot. Whoever it is, guard and be that defensive, the best defender I believe in college to be, along with Chloe, who's been playing some great defense. But Watkins has to stay out of foul trouble in tomorrow's game, because she's some early foul trouble. It could be a problem for South Carolina. You literally would be sitting the best defender on the court playing against the biggest team in the country. The key to this game is also UCLA shooting below 40%. If we are at halftime and UCLA shooting 52, 53%, we probably down by 10, 12 points. Just keep it real, because that means that Lauren Betts are getting the touches that she won't right up into the basket. You're talking about that 5 feet and under, 2 feet and under type situation where she getting those touches and it's finishing right there. That's why she's shooting 72%, because she's getting the ball at 3 feet and close. If we pushing her out of her spot, her space, her comfort zone, we got a good chance of winning. 40% field goal percentage, they got to shoot under that. They shoot under 40% for the field goal, we're going to win by double digits. Okay? Double digits. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm for real. We will win by double digits. They shoot less than 40%. And then, but goes on with that too. We got to shoot over 45%. This can't be a situation Carolina can't hit the side of no wall now. Okay, I mean, we can't come out there and shooting about 12% in the first quarter, end up at the halftime about 35%. We got to shoot our good stuff. We got to be over 45. We got to shoot. We got to shoot about 50% from the field in this basketball game to handily to beat the UCLA Bruins, because they're going to play some ball. They're going to play some ball. This is the game. This is, I mentioned that I believe that Powell is going to play really well. I believe that Watkins is going to play really well. I believe that Fulwiley, because Fulwiley has been up and down and sometimes with the shooting percentage for games, but I believe that she's going to play well against this UCLA team. And here's a X factor of this game tomorrow. That's Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson is one of the better players on this basketball team. Winning this basketball game could be Tessa Johnson getting about 15 points in this game while playing really good defense on Gardner. I'm not saying about Joyce doing what she does. I'm not talking about Raven, because some folks say, oh, Raven got to have a great game for us to win this game. No, she does not. She got to have a Raven game. She got to hit some shots. She got to play crazy defense. She got to get some easy assists, all those things, low turnovers. But this game would not be won or lost tomorrow because of Raven Johnson have a sensational game. This game will be won or lost tomorrow because of our defense and limiting Lauren Betts, Janiyah Barker, Gardner, Jaquez, Aracelo, those players. This is a defensive game, and this is a hard-nosed defensive game. I will go with the Gamecocks every single day and twice on Sunday. And tomorrow is Sunday. So, hell yeah, I'm going with the Gamecocks tomorrow. Like, ain't no doom and gloom with South Carolina. UCLA is not the boogeyman. Ain't a boogeyman. They're not going to sit up there and like we scared of playing no UCLA. I don't care if it's in LA. I don't care if it's in Akron. I don't care if it's in New Mexico. I don't care where the game is played. If we playing a hard-nosed team, and we are the hard-nosed team, and it's coached by Dawn Staley, and we got to scrap them up and tighten them up tight, it's going to be Carolina. It's going to be Carolina. The demise of this basketball team, I saw somebody say that we're going to lose 5 or 6 games this season. Well, you're wrong. That ain't happening. I believe that the game will be tight after the first quarter. I believe the game going to be tight in the half. And it can be, 2-point us or 2-point them. But I believe that also midway through the third quarter into the fourth quarter, Carolina's talent, because we are a more talented basketball team. And at the end of the day, talent overrides everything. And I believe we will wear them down and we will win between 7 and 9 points. I believe that. I believe it. Don likes being backed up into the corner and people saying what you can't do. Oh, it's going down tomorrow. It's going down tomorrow. And until tomorrow, y'all sleep well. Because this includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring the gospel Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.